Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1027 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is damage will only be as much as you allow. Hmm, what do I mean by that? When you are looking at damage, when you are looking at, oh my God, this is the kind of damage that has been done. Well, guess what? Damage will only be as much as you allow. So the damage and the control is your responsibility. More on that in just a bit. Welcome back to day 1027 of Connecting the Thoughts. And what do I mean by damage will only be as much as you allow? Well, imagine, have you ever seen a building being demolished? So there was this old rare building in front of our house, and they brought in the bulldozers, they brought in that wrecking ball, and they brought in all the people to just tear it down. And I'd observe, every day while a bit and pieces of the building went down, it was interesting to notice how the amount of damage that was done to the building was obviously directly connected to the amount or the kind of what do you call it, the kind of effort that the people on the site did, the devices, what they used, the mechanics, the whole the boulder, the cranes and everything. So when it was end of day, they would just pack up and leave, and then the damage would stop, right? So it was always up to somebody in that area to decide what kind of damage and how much of damage is done. Now, in your life, who is responsible for the damage that happens to you? It could be any kind of damage. It could be any kind of damage. It could be a kind of damage where there's physical abuse. There could be damage where there is emotional abuse. There is sexual abuse. There could be exploitation of any kind. The damage that happens to you will happen only when and as much of it as you allow. You have to set your boundaries. It's only when you set your boundaries is when you're going to have that awareness that, yes, this is my space. This is my life. This is my space. And I will allow only that which I will allow. I will allow only that which I want or which I know I deserve or I welcome. Good, bad, ugly. So today we're talking about the bad, the ugly, the hurtful, the damage. If you decide to put your foot down, if you decide that it's end of work day, no more destruction's going to take place on this site, no more destruction will take place. The reason you go through a situation over and over and over again is because you haven't put your foot down. What would it take for you to put your foot down and respect yourself? What would it take for you to say no when you have to say no? Because the relationship is damaging in some way, the situation is damaging in some way, and you know you deserve better. So damage will only be as much as you allow. Sometimes it's the closest ones that hurt us. It's the closest ones that impact us in the worst way possible. Yes, you're allowed to say no even to them. You can be mindful of the way you say it. You can be respectful of the way you say it. But yes, you are allowed to say no if you feel and if you can understand that this is causing damage to you in any way. In any way. As I said, any way. Physical, emotional, intellectual, psychological, sexual, anyway. If there is any kind of damage that's happening, take ownership and say, take ownership for yourself, for your life, and say, no more, no more damage for me today. I take back my power, and you shall not damage. You shall not cause any more damage. Take back your power. Stand for yourself. Speak up. And if damage keeps happening, then you need to consider how you've been communicating the impact to the other person. Are you taking it like a doormat? Or are you voicing it out? And you know what? Sometimes you voice it out, but you voice it out so meekly and so scaredly and insecurely that the other person doesn't listen. Maybe you need to change your tone. Maybe you need to use stronger words. But understand that you need to do this because you need to do this for yourself. If you don't stand for yourself, who will? So damage will only be as much as you allow. You're allowing the damage. So stop grumbling about the world. You're allowing the damage. Stop pushing the blame on others. Take ownership of your life. Know that you're in charge. Know that you can put your foot down. And it's totally, yes, it's a total yes. You can absolutely, it is allowed for you to put your foot down and own your life. So please do that. Stand for yourself, speak up, and say no to anyone who causes damage to you in any way. So these are my thoughts on damage. Sorry if it got a little too direct, but sometimes that's how we need to do it because enough of damage. So if this has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am complete. Please write in comments saying, I am complete. If this has been of value to you, tag a friend who needs to receive this message. We live in a world where we're constantly letting people, Matthew says, Ruqya Khan, thanks for this conversation. I reflect on your words. What will it take to stop the damage done on this site? Thank you. Thank you so much, Matthew. You have to just do that. You just have to decide that this is your life, your site, and you are not going to let any more damage be done to you. I am complete in comments, please. If this has been of value to you, do tag a friend, do tag somebody who needs to receive this message. We are living in a world where we're constantly looking for validation. We're constantly looking to please people. We're constantly judging our own self over and over again. We're bringing ourselves down. So stop doing that. Take ownership and say that I am complete. So in comments, I am incomplete. If I am complete, if this has been of value to you. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe. And thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much.